What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. I just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about this Japanese broadcaster who sent out a false missile alert about North Korea to all the people in Japan. I mean, these guys, 4 days after Hawaii gets the same deal, now they do it to Japan and it's a false alarm. I mean, I got some other stuff to talk to you guys about, but I'm going to let you listen to this video clip.
134 endowed Scott.
Some breaking news you might not believe out of Japan. Minutes ago, Japan's national broadcaster, NHK, sent a false text alert reporting North Korea had launched yet another missile. CNN's Paula Hancock's live force in Seoul. Paula, what do we know?
Well, Dave, you really couldn't make this up. This has come just within the last hour, just before 7 o'clock. The national broadcaster in Japan, NHK, sent out a text alert which said North Korea likely to have launched missile. The government J alert, evacuate inside the building or underground. Now, this J alert has been activated in recent months as North Korea has fired ballistic missiles over the top of Japan. So certainly people react to these messages in Japan. But then very quickly afterwards, they corrected themselves, saying the news alert sent earlier about North Korean missile was a mistake. No government J alert was issued. So coming just a few days after there was a similar incident in Hawaii, an alert sent out saying that a ballistic missile was on its way to that area and people should seek cover. It is really quite surprising, but of course that did take 38 minutes to correct. NHK far quicker in being able to correct its mistake. In fact, in their main 7 o'clock bulletin, the main broadcaster had to say, I made a mistake, this is not what happened. But of course it will make people in Japan jumpy. As I say, this has happened before. There have been J alerts and it has not been a mistake. There have been North Korean missiles either heading towards Japan or going over the top of Japan. So 2 in just a few days, it's really quite remarkable.
Says the mistake sowed panic. A missile launched from North Korea would land in Honolulu in about 30 minutes, giving people little time to prepare. People were tweeting out, I thought I would die. Which actually, they didn't put the LOL at the end. People actually tweeted out they were calling their loved ones in the States and telling them goodbye. Like, it was crazy. And you don't even hear no coverage about this here in Japan. Referred to Donald Trump as a spasm of a lunatic and the bark of a rabid dog. The spasm of Trump in the new year reflects the desperate mental state of a loser who failed to check the vigorous advance of the army and people of North Korea, the newspaper said in the commentary. Mr. Trump has so far not responded to those comments. Fuck Mr. Trump and his Twitter war with Lil Rocket Boy. All that shit is a ploy. I mean, we just sitting here watching like the good little audience paying our dues every week like we supposed to. Man, these people's putting on a hell of a soap opera for you and you don't even see it. If Donald Trump gave a fuck about us, he'd quit worrying about these other countries and start taking care of the shit right here at home that needs taken care of. But he don't, does he? That's why Monsanto and Bayer's about to merge together. Control 3/4 or 1/3 of the world's seed population. And control, I mean, they basically could do whatever they want genetically to this stuff after this deal goes through. But what do I know, you know? So here you can see, days after Hawaii false missile alarm, a new one in Japan. Japan's public broadcast on Tuesday accidentally sent a news alert that North Korea had launched a missile and that citizens should take shelter. Just days after the government of Hawaii had sent a similar warning to its citizens. Now they want us to believe that these was false alarms, but what's really going on? That's what I want to know. There's no way that twice in 4 days false alarms were sent out to countries. I mean, who's next? the United States, China. All of this amongst the Winter Olympics coming up, and I guarantee you they're going to use that as their venue to kick off this war. I guarantee you. This is pre-planned, people, pre-planned. That's why the Winter Olympics are in South Korea this year. That's why China isn't involved in these meetings with Japan and the United States, because China knows what's going on. Russia knows. They're not getting involved. And China's already come out and openly stated, if the United States attacks North Korea unprovoked or without a prior attack from North Korea, that they'll back North Korea. China's already said that. A lot of people don't know that in the next 10 days, I think, the petrodollar is about to be on its back. Like, it's getting ready to take a crash. They're getting ready, lots of countries are gearing up to drop the petrodollar and go back to a different currency for trading in oil and shit. And once that happens, things are really going to start getting messy. They're trying hard. A lot of people believe the secret cabal are carrying out missile launches for real, and they're being stopped before it happens. But that makes sense, because you will send a message out to warn your citizens, but then if you stop the missiles, you just tell them it was a false alarm, nobody panic, everybody go back to your normal everyday lives. But if it happens to not be a false alarm, then what? Now you're in the boy cried wolf situation. We got 2 countries in 4 days with false alarm missile attack messages sent out to their whole population. Everybody got these messages. Twice now. Supposed false alarms, the news claims. Now hold your loved ones a little closer tonight. Get to the store, stock up on some ammo, stock up on some water, get yourself some food. Maybe go introduce yourself to some of your neighbors. Because when the lights go out, we only got each other. That's it. We got each other.